tutorial. So, my jumps are not the best, but they're good enough, if that makes sense. So, for me, yes, curling your fingers is good. That's what I normally do when I do quads. But on certain surfaces, like hard ones, this is grass, so that's why I do that. Hard ones, you might have to do this or you will hurt your fingers really bad. So, first you want to warm up. So the warm-ups that you could do is like doing this, pulling them back, and pulling them up for both sides. Basically just do what I do. So and then you could do a little more. But now let's get on to the jumps. So the jumps, first you want to start out with like a little hook, I guess. So okay. So the little hops are easier than what I normally do in my videos. So the little hop, practice by kind of doing like that. It looks funny at first, but it will really help. Boing, 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 boing. After you do that enough, start, I guess, extending your arms out a little bit more than keeping them in. So I guess it will look like this. So, you saw going around TikTok, it was that, I think it was Korean, like little bunny hops. So basically do that over and over until you get the feel for it. So you got that, then you kind of got the tiny hops mastered. But now, what you gotta do is you have to either trot or run or really just do anything to begin. So what it'll look like is that's kind of what it'll look like for now. So once you get that done, then we can move on to a little bit more higher stuff, if that makes sense. Now, part 2 of the jumps, because this is going to be a combination of both low and high jumps. So now for, I guess, the low jumps, or I guess the beginner jumps, I call them, you will, if you sit in the first part, in the first part, you saw that I didn't, bring my legs up, or I guess buck. So what I did to help with the bucking is that I kind of went down and just did that over and over until I got a feel for it. So do that over and over till you get a feel for it, and then you incorporate it into the jump. So it would look like this. Ooh, ball. Meow. That's, I guess, what it'll look like. I'm going to show you again, but I'm going to do it a little slower. And then it's kind of like that, but like a little bit more faster. You could also do that if you want to like practice. Just remember to bend your arms for both long, high jump, and all of those jumps. Bend your arms. They will break. I have not broken my bones yet. I've broken none of my bones, which is surprising considering how clumsy I am. So, yeah. So, now, I guess, if that makes sense, do that over and over, and then it'll look like, the jump. I'll show you again one more time. and then I'm gonna move on to the high jumps. For the small jumps, you don't really have to buck your legs. It's an option. For me, I kind of do both, if that makes sense. So, that's I guess without bucking, and then with, yeah. It's not good. I still need to practice a little bit, but that's kind of what the gist is. Oh, I'm out of breath. Okay, now we're gonna move on to the high jumps. Quads are very tiring. Take breaks. They're very tiring. As someone who possibly has POTS, quads are a little difficult for me because, you know, I get up and down and up and down. Don't take that out of context. You get up and you get the gist what I'm saying. All right. Now we have to get on to the high jumps. Okay, the high jumps are a little bit more difficult. They're the ones that you really need to make sure that you bend your arms when you come down. It's easier without masks, but since I'm on a video, I can't really take off my mask. So this is kind of all you're gonna get. It's still good, yes, if you've seen some of my videos, but yeah. It looks like I don't have any legs. Look, I'm just torso and head on my phone. Like, my legs are blended into the background from where I am. It's so weird. It's also because my phone is like very shiny, because it's a new phone, so it's like really shiny. Oh, it's a plane. That's the American flag on it. Okay, anyhow. Okay. Okay. Oh well. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Ah! Okay. So for this one, you do have to buck your legs. So like I showed you in the part 2 of guessing the small jumps, you gotta really over and over and over until you get used to it. It does tire your legs. Overall, quads tire you, period. But that's what you gotta do, man. That's the, yeah. Stop going bah, 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 bah. Anyhow, so really, what I did was you do this, because you gotta bring your arms in. Sometimes I do forget, and I like kind of keep my arms down here. Just, no, but you gotta keep them up here. So get used to it like that, really. What you gotta do is kind of go, and once you're done with that and the bucking, and then you move on to the, and then you do that over and over and over until you get used to it. It's a very tiring process, but it is worth it. Okay. Now, on to the actual jumping. Again, I have a mask on. It's easier without because, oh, the bug. It's easier without the masks because like you have more visibility. I have really good visibility with this, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say. I don't have no words right now. I'm going with the flow at this point. So anyhow, let's get on to the high jumps. So what you gotta do, like I said in the part 1 of the high jumps, you gotta start with doing that. Once you're done doing that, now you have to incorporate jumping. Physically jumping. Yes, it's scary at first, but then you get used to it. Now, remember to tuck your arms up and to bend them from coming down. And then your feet will go hardly down to the ground, so make sure you have some good shoesies on. I have Converse. They're okay to do quads in. For me, I really like doing quads in them. Other shoes, generally, you gotta do quads in literally any shoes. I've done them in high tops and heels. If that makes any sense. Ooh, please tell me that didn't show my face. Ooh. I'll watch over it. Anyhow. Yeah. So, like you saw what I did. The high jump, probably up to here. But what I did first when I was starting out on high jumps is go to a trampoline. Where I don't really have my trampoline much anymore. We are selling it. And so I don't really have that option anymore. But there is a thing called beds and mattresses. Use those. They're not the same as trampolines, but at least they have some comfort. Or you can have one of those gymnastic mats that I see people have. I don't have any, but you can use gymnastic mats. Maps. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So once you get used to that, then you must have it. I'm gonna do it again to show you the high jump, and then I'm gonna move on to long jumps. Okay. All right, I have to get into the groove. Field trip. We're going on a field trip. We're walking somewhere where I'm able to do high jumps better to show you. I love this sunshine right now. My hair is annoying. I need a haircut. I'm gonna cut it. No. Okay, what I want is I want the back long, and then I want the front, like, short. It's bold. Okay, anyhow. Haha! I gotta make sure, like, rotten tomatoes over here. The garden. So. We just freshly mowed our grass. It's bothering. Oh, this is tomato. Okay. There, I didn't really bring my arms up. But if you want it, it's better if you tuck your arms up. But if you don't, that's kind of how it looks like. But with your arms tucked, if I can actually do it, it would look like this. A little higher though. But you get the gist of it. At least I hope you do. So out of breath, oh my God. All right. Moved locations to show you the long jump. There's fur in my mouth. Anyhow. Maybe it's the collar that's putting me off. Okay. Whoa! There's still fur in my mouth. The sun's staring at me. Don't look at the sun, kids. It'll hurt your eyes as I stare at it. All right. Long jumps, basically, they're not really high, but you still gotta bend your arms. But really high jumps are just jumping and kind of extending your body, your torso, upper body area a little bit more frontwards. So kind of like that, basically. So like if you've seen, like, I don't know what animal, but there's an animal that sometimes when it runs, it does that. Snow leopards. They are really high jumpers. So if you watch a snow leopard on slow-mo and see it, you know, jump from like really high, you can see how when they jump, they kind of go whee! Kind of just make a that kind of shape, I guess. That's kind of the shape that you have to make for towards the ground. So I'll do it a little slow. Yeah. That's, I guess, kind of what it looks like. So when it's sped up, it'll, I guess, look like this. And sometimes people have their legs together. For me, it's easier to go bum bum, and I have one of my legs behind me, if you saw. Well, this video was chaotic, and I've been wanting to do this video, but have not found the time. I had the time, I was just too busy playing Roblox. I had no motivation for making videos. I kind of don't, but like I'm doing it anyhow because I love you guys. Anyhow, that's the video. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, you can like comment. I'll try to answer. Again, school's starting up again soon. I love the feeling of this. And then it goes, that's my eyeball. Okay, anyway, I hope you like this, and thank you guys. Thank you for like 1,019 freaking like, gee, that's so many people. I wasn't expecting for me to blow up that much, but thank you guys so much. It means a lot to me. Anyhow.